Okay, Darkness Falls. It's gonna be this kind of episode. We're gonna talk about the worst case scenarios that are approaching. Right, first, yesterday, you're watching this hopefully on Thursday, my time. Thursday 1:30, Dublin Irish time, GMT, something like that, in that time zone. I've been testing the day before. There was no episode. Unfortunately, Oolykee had technical difficulties. We had power outage, which extremely rarely happens, and then I had internet outage for almost 10-12 hours, which is 10-11 hours, which was absolutely horrible. So I wasn't able to prepare anything for you guys, so sorry about that. So hopefully this episode that is going to be doom and gloom and end of the world one, which it is, you will see, is gonna make up for it. By the way, I'm also getting under the weather. My voice might be a little bit dodgy, but I'm gonna try to go through the episode. Woke up with a headache and a sore throat, but for now it's going fine, but we'll see how that's gonna affect future episodes. I do have some other games and videos ready, which probably gonna start publishing soon, but we'll see what kind of situation it is for me to continue recording for, I don't know, until I get a little bit better. Could be a day or two, maybe it's not even gonna happen. Anyway, and there we go. So I have a bucket of, unfortunately, it's tea. I already had 2 buckets of coffee. Tea time now, because I need to continue wetting my whistle with a hot liquid. So yeah, okay. Perfect storm brewing here. Whatever you wanna go for, it's happening at the moment. I'm just gonna go and double check this. We have the bus. Okay, I'm just gonna order a new bus here. We have 1.3 million monies. We are almost 10 million in debt, and this is gonna be, well, it's a problem, but not the biggest one. Total capacity, where is the blue one? Let's just get Skoda to replace it, and that's it. Actually, I should have gone, doesn't matter, I should have gone for Icarus, but fine, whatever. Okay, let's talk. We have a problem or two, maybe. I'm gonna just share something with you. We're gonna stop construction of a lot of residential buildings because we don't need it at the moment. So I'm just gonna go and real quickly stop this. It almost a year passed since the last episode, and the perfect storm actually already hit us. It's still brewing, and it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging not to get pulled into this, into the storm, because I'll show you the things that are happening at the moment. First, let's talk steel. Steel, I stopped producing it almost completely. We do have, out of 8 trucks that I had importing iron, I only have 2 left. I'm only gonna do it with 2 trucks. I'm not even gonna export steel. There's a reason behind this. Steel is worthless. Well, we're barely making any money on it. So let's go and do a little bit of math. This steel mill that we're using, we need 60 tons of iron for 12 tons of steel. So about 5 to 1. It's not about, it's exactly 5 to 1. So if we go for the price of iron that we imported, it's 1,200 rubles, 1,200 rubles. Okay, so for this to be viable, to be on zero, we need to sell steel for 6,000 rubles. What's the price of the steel? Steel price at the moment is 5,800. So literally, we would be losing money if we export steel. So I'm gonna stop that. We do need steel. We do need steel, but I'm just gonna continue producing it on our own. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna continue producing it on our own. I'm gonna let the system run, even though maybe it would be easier for us to import the steel. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as it is. Everything else is being supplied. If I'm missing something here with these calculations, guys, let me know. But I crunched the numbers, and it doesn't look too good. Continuing on, the second part of the storm, so this is what is hitting us hard, the iron prices and steel prices, which we didn't even export that much, it already changed for the worst. Second thing is this mod. This mod here has a problem, and something that you guys noticed in a comment section, which I probably should have addressed first, but fine, I'm opening it while I'm talking now, so at least we're gonna be ready to address this. There's a sewage issue here. Now, the problem with the sewage is multiple, but we're gonna address it as much as we can. So for now, I'm gonna go and factory fertilizer chemicals. Right. I'm gonna address the comments later because I need to find exactly what comment is. But sewage is full. Sewage is full now. Okay, so we have a backlog of sewage somewhere. So where's the backlog? What's happening? There is a little bit of a problem at the moment. I'll show you where the problem lies. The problem is here. You can see here that this sewage is overfilling. That is really, really bad. So we're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop sending sewage there because it's gonna cause some grief for our population. So this is where the backlog of the sewage is. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be bad. I'm gonna put system in place. We're gonna be dumping raw sewage into this little bay over here. We're gonna make it brown. Unfortunately, it cannot be brown, but I will make it. You see here this parallel pipe. This is what I built off screen. The parallel pipe, the one on the right hand side. It ends here. And I will disconnect this pipe right now. I'm gonna pause this just so we have the financial situation, because we're gonna have a severe drop in finances because chemicals, for how long it takes us to demolish this pipe and install a new pipe, how long that takes, we're gonna have to take financial hit, because if we go to our finances and check the last month export to Soviet Republic, Soviet Union is 328,000 rubles is chemicals. We're gonna lose this. We're gonna lose this as soon as we do it. But we have to do it because it will it's already overflowing in the sewage tank, and we need to address this. So I'm gonna address this right now. So this is gonna be the first thing. I will do it right now. So we're gonna cut the sewage from here to here, and our demolition office should finish this. We're gonna have this factory, and this factory will gonna stop working because of the lack of sewage. Is gonna be straight away health risk, yada yada yada, all this good stuff. That's another thing. The third thing is the expansion. There was a third thing. I probably forgot about it. I lowered the... Oh, sorry. Let's unpause. I lowered the exports of the... let's do this. I lowered the exports of some of the stuff that we're exporting, like food and meat. Meat itself was limited because they were constantly exporting all the meat. I want us to have a backlog of meat just in case, because I need a little bit of these crops until we have this greenhouse working perfectly fine. Now, by the way, I rebuilt this pipe. It's the same. This is not affecting anything. One other thing I wanted to bring up regarding this greenhouse, it's not accepting water through this pipe. I rebuilt this, is the same. This is visually not connected, but in reality it is connected. There's no connection going there. The problem is, it's not really a problem, it never was a problem. Water supply. This is now not pushing any water, it's not pumping any water there. All the water that they're getting is through here, and they can get as much water as they want. At the moment, like we've said, we cannot store or export water, wastewater, so both of these factories are gonna stop working until we finish this connector here. Connector is gonna just backflow the sewage and dump it into the bay. I think it should be far enough from the city not to cause any problems. Famous last words. Next up, I'm gonna stop all the projects that we have at the moment. Maybe some smaller ones like footpaths and stuff, that's fine. For example, we have, did I select here the steel supply? I think I did, yeah. So we're gonna bring the steel, all the steel back, because some of the projects that we are building, like sewage system, something here, we already have steel over here, but we need to finish these projects. So what I'm gonna do is finish as many projects as I can over here. Let me see if I can do it straight away. Do you have everything here? Yes. Okay, let's start. This is gonna be bus 1. This is gonna be bus 2. Looks like all the buses were free when I was looking at it. This is gonna be bus 4. Sorry, bus 3, right? This one was what? Bus 2, yeah. And bus 4 is the last one over here. All of them are ready to be finished, so I'm just gonna go with that all the way. And after that, I'm stopping everything. I'm stopping construction on these apartments, maybe one by one, maybe, we'll see. But at the moment I stopped construction of all of these apartments. They're gonna finish the footpaths, because none of the footpaths are finished because they were missing steel, but now steel is being supplied, so they're gonna have all the materials that they need. I'm gonna be looking after our people. We have 2,634 people living here. I have some of them ready to be transferred from other towns. I want them to be healthy and happy for the future work that we're gonna have. That will be towards the refinery. But at the moment, steelworks is a miss, swing and a miss for us, for our republic, just because of the prices. So importing iron and creating steel is not viable anymore. It was viable before, but not anymore. So that's a new reality that we have to live with. I'm just gonna transfer some of the people from here. Let's see if we have some spaces anywhere. Looks like it's a rare living space these days. Let's see. You know what? Let's leave them alone. Anyway, how are we doing with time? 12 and a half minutes. I'm gonna do a time lapse. Financially, it was 1,330 rubles. We are going down slightly, and again, I'm expecting us to go down just because there's no more chemical production from here, no chemical exports. Focus is on finishing this, removing all the waste from here, and connecting this back to the system, focusing fully on this as soon as possible, and putting these industries, chemical industries and greenhouses back in operation, so we can start earning money back. That's it. Time-lapse time. See you back in 5. Right, okay, so one of the things I noticed that was wrong is that we don't have fast enough delivery of the open hull and covered hull materials to the fixer-uppers, to the projects that we need to fix. So I'm gonna manually. I actually checked this before. Let me show you one other thing that I'm considering doing permanently. The replacement of the machinery and reconstruction will be highest priority for all of our buses, because people usually we should have decent amount of people working on the bus stations or waiting on the bus stations for us to fix it, to fix stuff up. So yeah, I think it's gonna be important for us to keep on top of this. At the moment, I did buy one more cover hull and one more open hull for the reconstruction office here that is delivering materials. Let me just check if they have proper source hillside cargo station and 18 Novo road cargo station for the materials. That's all good. I'm just gonna manually go and assign some of these buildings here to the transport construction office. Now I cannot make this work automatically because geography. Oh, electricity problem. That's always nice. I thought I resolved this. This could be two things can be a problem or source of these problems. Let's see here. Electricity problem. Are you working now? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's working now. And now it's 20 people here suddenly. Could be that there's an issue here with the workers. Happiness is 80%. That's great. Productivity is 96. So this is great as well. Electricity outage didn't affect them. So let's go one by one. We have the finished waste trucks here, waste thingies here. Let's go one each, and now we're gonna see what is being accumulated here, and then I'm gonna go and double up. Straight away I can say that we're not gonna have any aluminium scrap, so I'm gonna put 2 biological waste because we should get that. This should also be quite useful because it's gonna have these apartment buildings assigned to them as well eventually. 400,000. We almost burned 1,000,000 rubles, so yeah. And I just double checked this. I noticed this is gonna have an overhaul of the machines soon. I really need to be on top of this because this is the only second thing that is making us money, the clothes themselves. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna go and finish assigning these first and continue talking. Let's see, research here, increase birth rates. Let's leave it normal for now. Why normal? Because at the moment I'm gonna be going for at least another 6 months to see how we're doing financially. I'm optimistic. I'm seriously optimistic that this is not gonna be as bad of a problem as we think. Nature is gonna suffer because we're dumping waste here, and I think I built this one here but never connected it. So this one can be connected, but I'm gonna do it later. I mean, this part can be done now, but I'll do it later. This would be waste from the mines, and the industry is also being dumped, but far away from the city. So yeah, I still think that Mr. Dennis was right here. That please be the bus, please be the bus. It is not the bus. It's the oil tanker. I'm not gonna deal with that. Anyway, we dealt with this. We did. Whoa. Seriously, it has a concrete wall? That's cool. I thought you usually have just fences. Electricity problem and no problem. Just leave it alone. That electricity problem could be due to fire of substation or something like that, so I'm not putting too much, I'm not reading too much into it. Let me just assign these constructions. Let's go from the back. Transport assigned. Really? Why is it assigned now to all of them? Okay, looks. This is great. This is good because if transport is automatically assigned to all of these, that's Absolutely great. Oh, not here. So let's assign transport to this one. Transport is the furthest construction office that we have. That's the reason why it's not assigned to some of the projects. Now it is, all of them are delivering whatever they need to deliver. You can see they were not constructing anything, and all the vehicles are out on the fields. They are delivering people to all of these reconstruction buildings. Where are the other ones? I don't even know. Here we go. There's a few of them over here that they're reconstructing. That's great. That's all fine. All good. Right. Anything else I would like to bring? No. Let's go to the comment section. Right. We have the old Gala. I rephrase my comment. I wish there was a factory to convert fertilizer to chemicals. Yeah, old Gala, I think the issue with fertilizers is resolved similar to like what we had before with the backlog of chemicals, sorry, of waste. Now we had a backlog of the fertilizer. It's all being stored here now. And the fertilizer is being used, as far as I understand it is being used. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna remove these container facilities. By the way, the fertilizer for some reason is not decomposing on the open air, which I think it should. It's a form of waste. I'm just gonna remove this storage and just clear this up, and this is the last one that I want to remove. This dump. We can put all the waste in here, or sorry, all the fertilizer on this one pile. So if I go here to the free dump here, load, and forget about it, and they're gonna be just transferring all the fertilizer from here to here, and then we don't have anything else but two sources of fertilizer. One, the factory itself, which should be addressed as soon as anything is produced, and the dump itself. So whenever these guys need to transport fertilizer either from here to the dump or from dump and from here to both farms, it's gonna be done. Cheat mode on because I didn't use it yet. I just wanted to double check the fertilizer nutrient levels. You can see here 150% fertility, nutrient level is 79%. All of these things is due to no fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. It should be 200% on a fresh new field, or on a field that if you want to have your fields on maximum fertility, that would be 270 something percent. You can even leave the field to be fallow. How do you do that? You just put minimal fertility to over 200%, let's say 250%, and then every time the field is under 250%, they're gonna leave it for another year to be fallow. 400,000 rubles is the current situation. Let me just check. I'm kind of worried about that factory. We have 8 projects running at the moment. This factory being wear and tear rebuilt, it's 48%. This could be a next episode's thingy. But anyway, let's continue into comments. Yeah, he wishes the fertilizer can be turned into chemicals, yeah, or chemical fertilizer. It's something that we can handle easier, but chemicals, yeah. A mod for this wouldn't be out of the question. I'm pretty sure that we can, you know, put or turn fertilizer into food, technically, because yeah, you do it on the fields. But you know, for the gardening and stuff that people might have at home, you know, this kind of stuff. They're technically selling the fertilizer for home use, even though everybody lives in apartments. But we do have a house or two, you know, maybe. Just a suggestion, just throwing shish out there and seeing what sticks. Right, this one is still working, that's fine. The wear and tear is still 48%, I'm happy about that. Okay, continuing on. In the future, when wanting to cancel and start construction, yeah, the Hala was telling us that in the user interface, bottom right-hand side, you have the select all when we want to cancel production. That would be anyway. Yeah, absolutely. I know everybody's telling me that, and I need to force myself to use that. Anyway, the continuation is the word for cultivating. The Tony was we were talking about. I think it was mulching. I know mulching is grinding the trees down, like tree stumps and stuff, is mulching. But there's also, I think it was agromash. I was looking at the models and I found models that yesterday I was yesterday or the day before I was googling that agromash is the company from Poland that makes these kind of, it's cultivation machine, but it doesn't dig the ground, it just slices the ground. It kind of like mixes the foliage on the top, so you have a couple of rotary, not blades, but these zigzagging kind of blades that kind of push the foliage down and cuts it into smaller pieces. It kind of like makes it easier to digest for the ground, for it to decompose. I think it was mulching, but yeah, stubble cultivation, like mulching. I'm not sure, but this is the word. Definitely not cultivating. Cultivating is something that I used commonly just because Oolykee was a farming simulator fan back in the day. Again, you see finances. One truck goes out and exports stuff, and there you go. Look at this guy delivering clothing. We're packing the crap out of clothing. Look at this stuff. 4.8 tons of chemicals, 8 tons of clothing, only 8 tons of food. That's great. Just double checking on the meat. Meat needs to be over 50%. That's great. And food needs to be present. It is. So looks like everything here is working fine. But the question is, can we sustain and get out of the, you know, financial issues? I think yes. I think our finances are going to be a little bit more damaged because we do own 9 million rubles. I can get more loans, but I don't want to as least as possible. For example, I can get 2 million ruble loan and then return the first loans. That would be extending our debts for the future, but it would be smaller installments that we have to pay it in. So yeah. Mirabene, our South French Italian guy with a bene. Buongiorno. Or merci beaucoup. So anyway, could your greenhouse productivity issue be from the bottleneck sewage tank emptying? Yes, you were correct. Mirabene, you were correct. Probably in the way you were thinking, but not in the way I was thinking. What I was thinking about when I was a bottleneck with the export of sewage, I thought that the mod was wrong, that it doesn't have any sewage connections to it, but it can use the existing infrastructure like the sewage here. Actually, let me get back to you on that because I'm monitoring here now the greenhouse here. You can see that the export tank for some reason is a little bit fuller than I would like it to be. That should be dumped straight away into the system, but looks like it's not really going as fast as I would like. So that means that could be that the pipes might be overburdened. You can see here that we are dumping 90 cubic meters of sewage, and our pipes, I think they might have 170, the big ones. Yeah, and we only have the big ones. So interesting. I'll monitor this sewage. This shouldn't be full. This here sewage tank export should be empty, and the sewage is connected. It is shoveling shit, but maybe not fast enough. I don't know, because these guys don't show us any how much poo is going through the system, just some pollution and sewage filling of what filling. I don't know what the capacity is. The only way we can see how much sewage is going out is through the outlet of the sewage, which goes less than 100 cubic meters, and the pipes support 160 cubic meters. So yeah, there are the numbers. We dropped with the finances again. I'll leave it as it is. We have those trucks, all that stuff that I was showing you previously. It's being exported, and more clothes are being delivered. So everything is working perfectly fine. And oh, it's still working perfectly fine. Still wear and tear on machines is 48%, so interesting. Interesting. So I'll probably in the next episode this is gonna hit us again financially, because as long as this factory is down, is gonna be, you know, not making us money. And these things are the, let's see, this month exports. You can see here it's ramping up. Chemicals #1, clothing, we're still in the, let's say, last month. We exported 64 tons of clothing. Month before that 52 tons. Month before that 64 tons. So 52, 64, 40 tons here. So this is how much, and 16 here. So we are ramping up the clothing production. Looks like we improved greatly the clothing production due to the supplies of crops over here, building this bigger silo and so on and so on. Oh, I think I need to increase the chemical storage here, because we are overproducing chemicals. Let them store it here. I can underproduce it. Yeah, probably I should actually. Let's go like 10% less ish. Because they produce 810 kilos and we need 570, so we have overproduction of chemicals, but we don't have a system in place to pick up these chemicals, so I'm just gonna stockpile it slowly, but we'll see later what I'm gonna do with this. Traffic jam, that's the transport of the fertilizer. So yeah, Mirabene, you were right. So yeah, switch. Continuing on, the old Gala was telling us the stories that first time he passed the driving test was in the Beetle, but that was from the Mod Monday video. Anyway, that's Oolykee going off and being sick and miserable, so I'm gonna save you from moaning about that anymore. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be monitoring the situation, and we will be I will be focused on whatever needs to be done, and I'm gonna get you on the updates. We are currently at 200,000 rubles finishing this episode. And yeah, again, like I said, I'm optimistic about the things that are happening. Like in the last month, we were still in minus, but we ramped up our exports of chemicals and clothes. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in plus this month. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, I have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.